Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to see the second part of file handling. In previous video or lecture you have seen what is file, what are different type of files on which we work in the Python, and what are the mode we use to work on a text data file. Okay, today we are going to work on a today we are going to see that creating and reading a text data. Okay, so as you can see, means sorry, first we will need to create a text file, then we are going to see or read data from that text file. Okay, so see, for creating a file, as I know, as I said already, if you want to create a new file, what we have to which mode we have to use? Okay, W mode. And the syntax for creating a file is simply use any file object or variable which you want to use. I am going to use file. Then you have one method called file open. Then give the file name on which, okay, file name on which you want to store the data and the mode. So you know that for creating mode you have to use the W. Okay, so this is the how we are going to create a file. Okay, so this is the basic syntax of creating a text data file. Okay, so creating a text data file, creating a text data file. Okay, so if you want to create, just use the open function along with the mode W. Okay, it's going to create a new file, or if the file will be already exist, then it will rewrite that file, overwrite that file. Okay, so this is how. So we can see, let open our id. Okay, Python, go to new. If you don't have, you can install it from python.org. So as I said, use any object file equal to use open. Okay, so after that, what you have to do, give any file name. Okay, so what I'm going to go give any file name. Suppose I'm going to give it new file. Okay, new file dot txt, and now what you want to do, I want to create a new file. Okay, so first I have to save this one. Okay, I'm going to save any with any new name. Okay, this one, since we are going to create, so I'm going to create py extension, save it. So this is my new file name .txt. Now I'm going to run this one. See, at this path my file is got created. Okay, so I'm going to go there and check whether my file is located at that place or not. Okay, sorry, just a minute. Yeah, you can see in this location I have stored my file, new section. Where is new section? Yeah, you see this file is empty, no text is there. Okay, so now we are going to see how we can write a text into that particular file. Okay, so for adding a text in this, for writing a text, we have called write method. Okay, write method. Using this method we can write a string in a file. Okay, Or we have another thing is, let me rename this. Okay, writing in a file, writing in a text data file. Okay, so write line, using this method we can write multiple, oh, just a moment. Okay, write line. Okay, using this method we can write multiple line. Okay, multiple line, using this method we can write multiple line in a file. Write multiple line in a file. Okay, so one by one we are going to see how we can do this. Okay, so generally let's open our id. Okay, so currently I am working in this directory. So what I am going to do, as I have already written file is equal to open dot write. Now I have to use the file object, which that is file dot write. If you are going to use write function, you will able to add one line string. For example, I am going to use hi, how are you? Okay, so once you do this, if you have write that one, then you will need to open. After open, you will just do the close, use close method to close that file. Okay, so this is how we can write into a one line into a file. See, okay, at this path our file is there. So what I am going to do, again I am going to go into that path. Okay, so this is Python. So 9 new file. See, hi, how are you? It is written here. Okay, so this is how we can write a single line. Now suppose I want to write multiple line into it. Okay, so I will use file dot write line. Okay, what I am going to do, file dot write lines, and I will use the list. Okay, see, and for this new line I'm going to use new slash. Okay, hi, how are you and your mother? Okay, now I will add another text here. My name is Gopi. Okay, for new line. Now I'm going to save it, and I will rerun. Closing parenthesis does not exist. Sorry, I have to close that list also. Okay, now my list is got cleared, and now I will see, again go to that path. Okay, so here the new file which I created. Okay, see, hi, how are you? And after that, what happening? It's just got written after this. Okay, so what I have to do here in this, if you want to print that one in new line, then you will need to mention here /n. Okay, now control S, I am going to close this file so that you can have better idea. Okay, so now run this one. Okay, I am again going to go that path. Let's check whether it's, yeah, see now. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you and your mother? And my name is Gopi. So this is how we can write into a file. Okay, so this is the way of writing into a text file. Okay, now I am going to read this data. Okay, see, nothing you have to do. You have to simply For reading a data from a text file, what you have to do, this is for writing, and now I am going to explain reading a text data file. Okay, reading a text data file. For this we use okay, read method or read line method or read lines method. Okay, so this is how, by using three, okay, this going to read the entire lines from a entire file, okay, and this going to read the only line, okay, one line at a time, and this going to, what going to do, it's going to read all line whatever exists in a file. So remember, it will read entire file, okay, it will read only single line, and it will read all the line present in a file. So, and the mode which we are going to use is, we are going to use for reading either r plus or r, okay, since it is a text document. So let's check whether it's work or not. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, the file name I'm going to keep same, not just I'm going to change here r mode. Okay, now what you have to do, use this after reading. Okay, now do file dot read. Okay, what you want to actually read. Okay, what you actually want to read. Okay, file dot read, and store that read into any variable. Okay, a or message, for example I'm creating one, sorry, me message is a variable where I'm going to store the read data from a new file text dot file. Okay, now I'm going to print that message. Okay, print message, going to close this one, and going to close the file also. Okay, so even that in modern things, yeah, it's automatically get closed. Okay, but for better practice, use the close method. Now you see, this is the what these are the things, was the content of that file. Okay, so it has read the all content from the file. Okay, now if you want to check this one, what does actually read line do? Read line. Okay, now save this one. I'm going to run this one again. See, it's reading the first line only. What if I'm going to do, okay, and I'm going to message one. Okay, now I'm again going to do message two. See what I'm going to read the message read the second line, then give that two variable. Okay, and write here two, control s, and now again run. See, first line is read by this one. Okay, and second line is read by this line. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Next thing is, we are going to check the method read lines. Okay, now I'm going to print this one, print message one. Okay, so I'm going to save it, and I'm going to run it again. See, it says read the all the entire list. Okay, so I hope you have understood what is different between read line and read lines method. Okay, so this is how we can create and read a text data. Okay, we have seen for creating a text data file, how we can write a data into that text file, and how we can read a data from that text file. So please like and subscribe my channel, and thank you. We will meet in next video. Okay, for file method and read and write. Thank you.